There is great power in music to transport us to earlier times in our lives. My dad, who had a beautiful tenor voice, sang that song many, many times, and I can still hear him singing that song, Birthday of the King. That's what we're here to celebrate today. We're here to celebrate the birthday of King Jesus. I can't think of something that is more exciting to celebrate. To give us a little bit of texture to the Christmas story, because of course Jesus did not come into existence as a baby in the way that we did. He has no beginning. In the book of Colossians, the Apostle Paul writes this about Jesus Christ. He says, "He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He's the head of the body, the church. He's the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross." Yes, Jesus Christ has no beginning. Jesus is God, Son of God, High King of heaven, the one who created everything that we see. He and he alone is worthy of our praise, of our worship, of our celebration. Truly, birthdays are a thing to be celebrated. So I thought we'd look again this morning at the circumstances of Jesus' earthly birthday, that special time in history where the Word became flesh. Jesus Christ took on human skin. He made his way from heaven to earth and was born as a human baby. Let's read a little bit in the book of Luke, and we'll celebrate by remembering some of the circumstances of Jesus' earthly birth. The scripture says, "In those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered." This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son. And she wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and she laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. Just thinking back to March, Liz and I had the opportunity, we were blessed by my mom to go to Israel with Pastor Bird and a group of people here, most from Calvary. Israel is an amazing place to go. The place that Jesus trod on when he was here on the earth. We're praying for Israel right now. It's not a place that we'd be able to visit right now. Pastor Bert is still planning another trip at the end of February. We'll see if that's able to happen. But we were able to go in March, and there are many, many beautiful things to see in Bethlehem, in Israel. We did get the opportunity to go to Bethlehem. I can't say that Bethlehem is one of those beautiful places. And I thought when we were there that, well, this is probably fitting with the Christmas story, that this probably wasn't the most beautiful place at that time either. What we saw when we went into Bethlehem, it's a city that's walled. It's under the control of Palestinians, Muslim control, armed guards. It's very dirty.